Secrets and Legacy of the Ancient Mesoamerican Civilization. Together, we will journey into the depths of the ancient Mesoamerican civilization to explore the secrets and legacy of the Aztecs. This exciting discovery will open the mysterious pages of history for you. The Aztecs, one of the mysterious civilizations of the ancient world, played an important role in the rich and complex history of Mesoamerica. The secrets and legacy of this enigmatic society still arouse curiosity today. The Aztecs established a great empire that ruled in the central region of Mexico, especially in their capital called Tenochtitlan, from the 14th century to the beginning of the 16th century. The Aztec civilization is known for its impressive architectural structures, complex religious beliefs, advanced agricultural techniques, and unique works of art. The city of Tenochtitlan was built on a lake where modern-day Mexico City stands and is surrounded by magnificent water canals, bridges, and pyramids. These structures are a testament to the engineering skills and aesthetic understanding of the Aztecs. According to the Aztec religion, the gods influenced the daily lives of people, and for this reason, religious rituals and human sacrifices were widely practiced. Human sacrifice was considered the most precious gift offered to the gods. This fearsome practice was an element that reinforced the Aztecs' warrior identity and the power of their rulers. Aztec society also achieved great success in art, producing masterful works in various fields such as ceramics, stone carving, and painting. Aztec paintings, in particular, stand out with their colorful depictions and symbolic narratives. These artworks shed light on the mythological beliefs and historical events of the Aztecs. Unfortunately, the Aztec civilization came to an end with the invasion of Mesoamerica by Spanish conquistadors. The Spanish conquest caused the extensive destruction of Aztec culture and the loss of many artifacts. However, the Aztec legacy still lives on today. The traditions, languages, and arts of the indigenous people carry the traces of this ancient civilization. The Aztecs were one of the most important civilizations of ancient Mesoamerica, leaving behind a unique culture and legacy. Their secrets and heritage continue to fascinate historians and researchers today. The surviving artifacts of the Aztecs and the living culture of today's indigenous people serve as a reminder of the importance and influence of this ancient civilization. One of the most impressive and complex civilizations of Central America, this ancient society ruled in the Mesoamerican region from the 14th to the 16th century. The history, origins, and the rise of the Aztec civilization continue to attract great interest even today. The origins of the Aztecs begin in the city called Tenochtitlan, located in the region of present-day Mexico. In the 12th century, the Aztecs, a tribe of the Nahua people living in this region, were in a constant state of war with other tribes. However, they strengthened over time and conquered other tribes and city-states in the region. These conquests brought about the birth of the Aztec Empire. The Aztec civilization is known for its belief systems and advanced cultural practices. They held great reverence for their primary deity, Huitzilopochtli, and were known for their practices of ritual human sacrifice. Their belief system was enriched with mythological stories and symbols. Economically, the Aztecs were a society based on agriculture and trade. In the field of agriculture, they created fertile lands by building artificial islands called chinampas over water canals. Their trade network was extensive and valuable goods, especially feathers, stones, and fabrics, were used for exchange with other regions. The Aztec architecture and engineering skills were also remarkable. The city of Tenochtitlan was equipped with grand pyramid temples, palaces, and complex water systems. Furthermore, the Aztec calendar system and writing were advanced, which enabled them to record their history. However, the rise and wealth of the Aztec Empire came to an end with the arrival of the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés in Mexico in 1519. The Spaniards conquered the Aztec Empire by exploiting their technological superiority and the internal divisions among the indigenous peoples. Today, the legacy of the Aztecs still has a profound impact on the cultural fabric of Mexico. Archaeological ruins, artworks, and traditional dances carry the traces of Aztec culture into the present day. For those wishing to learn more about the history, origins, and the rise of the civilization, museums and archaeological sites in Mexico provide a vast resource. The Aztec Empire is one of the largest and most impressive civilizations of Mesoamerica. This magnificent empire is known for its advanced artworks, complex social structures, and extraordinary belief systems. Together, we will dive a little deeper into a fascinating research that covers the Aztec Empire, starting from its origins, through its rise, and ultimately to its fall. The story of the Aztecs begins in the city of Tenochtitlan, located in the center of modern-day Mexico. Tenochtitlan was a vital hub that formed the foundation of Aztec culture. It was filled with pyramids and temples considered sacred by the Aztecs. However, after the fall of Tenochtitlan, the Aztecs moved nomadically and spread across different regions. After residing in southwestern Mexico for some time, the Aztecs settled in Tenochtitlan, which is the site of their current capital. This city was remarkable for its systematic urban planning and its location surrounding the lakes. Tenochtitlan emerged as a central political, economic, and cultural hub. During this era, the Aztec Empire grew wealthy through advanced agricultural practices and extensive trade networks. Aztec society had a complex social structure. The empire consisted of different classes, including nobles, priests, warriors, and peasants. The Aztec belief system was also quite impressive. Great temples dedicated to the gods and human sacrifice rituals were key elements of Aztec culture. However, the fascinating story of the Aztec Empire came to an end in the 16th century with the Spanish invasion. The Spanish conqueror Hernán Cortés captured Tenochtitlan and overthrew the empire. This event was a significant turning point that forever altered the history of Mesoamerica. The Aztec Empire was a civilization with a unique culture and a fascinating past throughout history. It has inspired the world with its advanced architectural structures, works of art, and religious beliefs. Following the Aztecs' extraordinary journey from Teotihuacan to Tenochtitlan helps us better understand this magical civilization. Aztec mythology emerges as an impressive system of religious beliefs that developed during the prehistoric periods of Mesoamerica. This mythology encompasses the gods, legends, and deep-rooted religious convictions that formed the cornerstone of the Aztec civilization. Aztec mythology stands out not only for its richness, but also for its complexity, capturing the human imagination. At the center of this mythology lies Huitzilopochtli, the god of the sun and war. The Aztecs held him in immense reverence and regularly performed human sacrifices for him. Alongside Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec pantheon includes Tlaloc, the rain god, Chicamcotl, the goddess of fertility and maize, Ometeotl, the god of creation, and many other gods and goddesses. These deities, each serving a specific purpose, played a vital role in the lives of the people. Legends, which are an inseparable part of Aztec mythology, are stories based on both historical and natural events. For instance, the legend of the migration of the people depicts the process by which the Aztecs migrated from their ancestral homeland to settle in present-day Mexico. In addition to transmitting the society's beliefs and history, these legends also reflect their moral values. Religious beliefs in Aztec mythology influenced every aspect of life. It was believed that the god Xolotl, who ruled death in the underworld, safely guided the souls of the deceased through the afterlife. Furthermore, ceremonies dedicated to the gods were held to ensure the success of maize agriculture. According to their belief, the gods sacrificed their own bodies to provide humans with maize and nourishment. This community is known for its rich symbols and unique narratives. These symbols are frequently used in masks, temples, and statues. For instance, Quetzalcoatl, who is half jaguar and half bird, was depicted with a feathered serpent spear that symbolized himself. These symbols also hold a significant place in Aztec art and architecture, The Aztec Empire offers a profound system of religious beliefs. Deities, legends, and religious rituals form the very foundation of this civilization. This rich heritage has made a significant contribution to the cultural diversity and history of Mesoamerica. Even today, it remains a subject that fascinates and draws people in with its captivating and impressive nature. Aztec art represents a significant part of the historical and cultural heritage of Mesoamerica. This art form, reflecting the aesthetic sensibilities of the Aztec civilization, has produced unique and impressive works. Manifesting in various fields such as sculpture, architecture, mosaics, and paintings, it offers an expressive style characterized by both astonishing details and explosive power. The sculptures of this empire are among the most distinct examples of the civilization's artistic capabilities, especially adorned with portraits of gods and leaders. These sculptures draw attention to their meticulous care for detail and their realism. While the complex forms of human and mythological entities demonstrate the sculptor's mastery, the movement and vitality inherent in these works deeply impact the viewer. Architecture is also another vital domain of their art. Grand pyramids, temples, and palaces reflect the wealth and power of this civilization. Constructed based on their belief systems, these structures were built in harmony with the region's landscape while conveying symbolic meanings. Adorned with complex geometric patterns and eye-catching colors, these architectural works highlight the depth and aesthetic values of Aztec culture. Mosaics and paintings also constitute another dimension of their art. Mosaics, created using colored stones, shells, and other materials, possess fascinating designs and tell stories. In addition to these mosaics, they also created paintings depicting their daily lives and mythology. These paintings, formed with the use of vibrant colors and detailed compositions, reveal the imagination and artistic capabilities of the Aztec society. Aztec art remains impressive today with its cultural richness and aesthetically striking forms of expression. These art forms open a window into the history and culture of Mesoamerica, simultaneously astonishing and provoking thought in the viewer. Aztec sculptures, architecture, mosaics, and paintings possess a powerful impact that stirs human emotions, satisfies aesthetic tastes, and leads to profound reflection. The Aztecs were a mysterious society that established a grand civilization in the valleys of Mexico in Central America. This society possessed a complex social structure, a vibrant trade system, and unique intricacies of daily life. In this article, we will explore the classes, trade, and the characteristics of daily life within the Aztec civilization. Aztec society had clearly defined social classes. At the top were the nobles, known as Pipiltin. These nobles were influential in state affairs and held significant roles in military leadership and religious duties. Below them were professional groups such as artisans, farmers, and warriors, while the lowest stratum consisted of slaves. Each class possessed a specific status and set of privileges within itself. However, some mobility between classes was also possible. Possessing a vast trade network formed the foundation of this society's economic success. Trade was concentrated in markets and specific exchange events. The Aztecs would barter many valuable goods, including gold, silver, feathers, textiles, various foods, and even human sacrifices. Trade not only enabled an increase in the wealth and prosperity levels of Aztec society, but also encouraged cultural interaction. They had unique traditions and rituals in their daily lives. Since their religion played a significant role, organizing religious ceremonies in temples was of great importance. Additionally, their daily diet primarily consisted of maize-based foods, beans, peppers, and fruits. They generally wore colorful garments and used jewelry. The Aztecs, who were also talented in the field of art, displayed unique mastery in works such as vaulted structures, ceramics, and stone carvings. It was a civilization filled with the intricacies of trade and daily life. The social hierarchy, the vitality of trade, and the diversity of cultural activities enabled them to exist as a unique society. This complex and rich culture has been a subject of curiosity throughout history and continues to be studied with great admiration even today. The collapse and destruction of this civilization, one of the most important in Mesoamerica, was profound, standing out with its rich cultural heritage, complex political structure, and advanced agricultural techniques. This civilization suffered a massive downfall following the Spanish conquest. While this destruction represents one of the most dramatic turning points in history, the factors behind this process were quite complex. With the Spanish discovery of the Americas, the process of encountering the Aztecs began. Spanish expeditions led by Hernán Cortés arrived in Tenochtitlan in 1519, taking their first steps into the Aztec Empire. Numerous factors, such as impressive military techniques, superior weaponry, and the spread of epidemic diseases among the local population, ensured the success of the Spanish conquest. Faced with this unexpected threat, the Aztecs were stunned and struggled to mount a defense. In the collapse of the Aztec civilization, local allies played a significant role alongside the Spaniards. Certain indigenous groups, dissatisfied with Aztec rule, formed alliances with the Spaniards and assisted in weakening the empire. These political maneuvers, combined with epidemic diseases that compromised the immune systems of the Aztecs, further diminished the empire's resistance. Another significant factor in their destruction was cultural conflicts. The Christianity brought by the Spaniards contradicted Aztec beliefs, leading to social unrest. The Spaniards attempted to suppress Aztec mythology and rituals, imposing their own culture instead. These attempts at cultural assimilation restricted the Aztecs' freedom to preserve their identities and inevitably accelerated the collapse of their civilization. This period has gone down in history as the Spanish conquest and the collapse of the civilization. Spanish military techniques, epidemic diseases, the betrayal of local allies, and cultural conflicts were the factors that contributed to the failure of the Aztecs. This event represents one of the most significant turning points in Mesoamerican history and marks the tragic end of their civilization. The Aztecs are known as the people who established one of the greatest empires in Mesoamerica. Their capital, Tenochtitlan, was located in the area where Mexico City stands today and was one of the largest cities in the world at that time. They are also recognized for their innovations, such as superior agricultural techniques and advanced water management systems. The Aztec legacy is still felt in many ways today. Primarily, their agricultural knowledge has formed the foundation for modern farming practices. The methods they use to increase soil fertility are among the techniques still employed in the agricultural sector today. At the same time, their calendar system involves complex calculations based on astronomy, and this knowledge continues to be utilized in scientific research even today. However, the preservation of the Aztec legacy is also a vital issue. Thanks to archaeological excavations and restoration projects, remains of Aztec architecture have been unearthed and brought under protection. Furthermore, various efforts are being made to keep the Aztec language and cultural traditions alive. Passing this cultural heritage on to future generations will strengthen our connection to our history and identity. The Aztec legacy is a significant cultural heritage that continues to exert its influence today. The remains of this civilization, whose knowledge in areas like agricultural techniques and calendar systems is still utilized, are invaluable for keeping a piece of our past alive. Through preservation efforts, this heritage must be passed on to future generations and maintained as a vital historical treasure for humanity. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the videos in hopes of meeting again in other civilizations that bear the traces of history. See you soon. Primal Traces.